Hi guys, welcome back to Fishing Debunk. This is Adrian here. A couple of days ago, I did a poll on Fishing Kaki, asking which reel actually has more drag. All right, so it's between the Freams J 4005 and the 4000. All right, both reels are rated as 10 kg drags by Daiwa, or the manufacturer. All right, from what I've seen, the result so far is that majority voted that both reels have the same amount of 10 kg drags. And a large number voted that the 4005 has more drag than the 4000, while only a very small handful voted that the 4000 has more drag than the 4005. All right, so my job here today is to try to explain in as layman as possible on the drags. Okay, basically the fact is this. Okay, one of the reels actually has more drag in the actual fishing situation than the other. Okay, which is what I'm gonna explain. Okay, so as you can see, both reels are exactly the same reel, all right, with the exact same body, same handles, same gear ratio. Everything is exactly the same. The only difference being is the 4005, okay, has a bigger line capacity, which has a wider spool diameter, okay, and a wider rotor. Okay, so I'm going to show you. Okay, 4005 and 4000. All right, so as you can see, the drag disc, okay, the drag disc for the both reels are exactly the same, and they have the same number of drag stacks. So technically, both reels have exactly the same drag inside them. Okay, difference being is this. The 4005 is wider, as you can see. The 4000 is small enough that it can actually go all the way inside the 4005. All right. Wider spool, wider outer diameter, and narrower outer diameter. Okay. Okay, because the both of them have using the exact same drags, okay, many would assume that they both have the same amount of drag. Am I correct? Well, that is only half correct, because on paper, yes, both have that same amount of drag, but no, in actual use, the 4000 has more drag when the fish is peeling line fast and furious off your spool. All right. Okay, it's very important that you understand the next explanation so as to understand what I'm going to explain further. Okay, so if you were to imagine this, okay, you are driving a bus. Okay, as we all know, bus has got some seriously big steering wheel. All right, now the steering wheel is really wide, so it gives the bus driver the leverage to turn the big wheels on the bus. All right, now imagine this. What happens if you take the huge bus steering wheel, you throw it away, and you take a puny little Ferrari steering wheel, and you plug it on the bus? Do you think you're going to have a lot of difficulty turning the wheels on the bus? Well, definitely, because that little steering wheel or the Ferrari is not going to give you that kind of leverage as compared to the wide steering wheel on the bus. Okay, so in short, okay, the smaller steering wheel, harder to turn. The bigger steering wheel is easier to turn, although the bigger one needs to travel a longer distance. All right, the smaller one travel a shorter distance. Okay, so I have here two different bowls, one large diameter, one small diameter. The bus steering wheel, Ferrari steering wheel. So am I right to say that this bus steering wheel represents the 4005, which has a larger diameter? This Ferrari steering wheel okay, represents the 4000, which has a smaller outer diameter. Okay, so we know that this easier to turn and this is harder to turn. Okay, so so now if the fish, okay, if you call it around, if the fish were to be trying to pull and taking out line, okay, the 4000 will give you more drags, okay, than the 4005 because it is harder to turn. Okay, now then the next thing, since okay, now since we know that the 4000 now actually has more drag than the 4005, many people will be saying, well, might as well I buy the higher drag model, right? Why would I buy the model with the lower drag? Well, that depends, because for everything you gain, you lose something. For everything you lose, you always gain something, right? So the 4005 does actually have some advantages over the 4000. Okay, now imagine if each time, okay, now sorry, this reel has a gear ratio of 4.9:1. So each turn of the handle, okay, the rotor will rotate 4.9 times to coil lines around the spool to collect back line. So we round off the figure to 5:1. All right, so assuming if I were to coil the line 5 times around the spool, okay, each round takes back 10 cm of line. Okay, 5 rounds times 10 cm will give you 50 cm. If you were to coil the line around a larger diameter spool, 5 rounds, okay, because larger diameter, each round will translate to more line. So for example, if you collect back 12 cm per round, 5 rounds times 12 cm will translate to 60 cm, which is 10 more cm than the smaller one. All right, so faster retrieve, lower drag. Higher drag, but slower retrieve. So is one really better than the other? No, it depends on your usage. Some people need the faster retrieve. Some people may think that, well, I need the higher drag. Okay, so question is this: how does Daiwa arrive at 10 kg for the both reels? Okay, this is okay. It is because from the factory, when they were to take the drag rating of the reel, is of a completely empty spool. Okay, we already know smaller diameter, higher drag. Larger diameter, okay, smaller diameter, larger diameter. Smaller diameter, more drag. Larger diameter, lesser drag, correct? So if the reel manufacturer were to take the readings, measurements of a completely empty spool, which is at its narrowest point, okay, that will give them the highest possible drag number which they can advertise on the box. All right, so do you get your 10 kg drags? Yes, you do still, okay, but it's just that in a completely different way. Now, when the spool is put completely full of line, where the diameter is larger, okay, there's no way you're going to come close to even 10 kg. Okay, but as the fish will take out your line, okay, it's going really fast. The lines get lesser and lesser and lesser and lesser and lesser in your spool. Okay, so the drags gets higher and higher and higher and higher until you completely run out of spool. Completely run out of line, where there's almost no line, maybe the last 10-20 meters where the arbor is completely empty. Okay, then you actually get your 10 kg drags. All right, but it's a bit misleading because nobody goes out fishing on an empty spool. So if you assume that you were to take this reel out of the box and go fishing, you know, you let out 30 meters of line, something hit and takes and run, you're gonna get 10 kg drag out of this? No way. All right, you only get 10 kg drag if your spool completely clean with almost no line left. Then you actually can achieve the 10 kg drag when the line is at its narrowest point nearest to the arbor. So how did Daiwa arrive at 10 kg? Because both of these spool have the exact same arbor. Okay, the inside is exactly the same, all right? The inside is exactly the same. The only difference being is on the outside. Okay, the outside diameter, one is larger and one is smaller. Okay, so which is why both are rated as 10 kg. But actual fishing use, the 4000 with small diameter gives you more drag when the fish were to take and run off. Okay, yeah, all manufacturers take the same drag measurement in the same way. So be it Shimano, be it Penn, be it Abu Garcia, they all take drag measurement in the same way. So this is going to get some of you thinking, you know, the next time you walk, you look at the drag specs on the box, you look at the drag specs in the tackle shop. It's going to get you thinking as like, well, am I really getting what is advertised there, or what is there really a big difference in the drag rating in actual use? Okay, so do not use a cheap $200 reel as a backup to a Saltiga in Maldives or Tanjung Pinang. Okay, at one point this reel was flying off the shelf. Saltiga, 10 kg drag. Freams J, 10 kg drag. $200 versus a $1,000 reel. Okay, you get what you pay for. Sadly, you get what you pay for. All right. This reel gives you 10 kg drag. Okay, simply put, a Saltiga fully spooled, okay, with line versus a Freams J fully spooled with line. The Saltiga is going to give you a hell lot more drag, okay, on a fully spooled reel, fully spooled spool as compared to a Freams J, which costs 5 times lesser. Okay, so bringing this as a backup reel to Maldives and things like that, you're going to be sorely disappointed because this reel ain't going to stop anything in that kind of situation. All right. Okay. Do I still use them? Yes, I do. As long as you manage your expectations. All right. I use them to chase barramundis and stingrays on my kayak on a low drag setting of what it's capable of. All right. So they are still very good reels. As long as you manage your expectations, you're actually fine. So and for the reel manufacturers, if you are looking at this video, okay, as you know, us guys, we love specifications, you know, just like how men go crazy over numbers when buying a car, like horsepower and torque and things like that. Okay, I would like to see a company make the initiative, all right, to in future include, okay, first you take drag setting off empty spool, and you also take the drag setting off a spool that is spooled full with line. All right, in that way, it's not so misleading. You know, it's not so misleading. Okay, or else, you know, just based on that 110 kg drag rating, you know, many people are misled into thinking that this reel can do wonders, but in fact, it cannot. The Saltiga that costs 5 times more can do wonders, but not the cheap one. So 2 drag ratings based on empty spool, full spool. That would be nice. Okay, I would love to see some manufacturers step up and maybe start the new trend, you know, of 2 drag ratings on the box. Okay, and I would like to quickly thank 2 very experienced old-timer, Francis Chia, which is my mentor when I first started fishing many donkey years ago, and also Lawrence Lee. Okay, these 2 uncles are like, you know, the fishing gurus, if you ask me, right? They shared me a lot of information, tech specs, you know, graphs, you know, drag curves, you know, and things like that. So yeah, I like to give thanks to them. And yet at the same time, if you are interested in fishing reel servicing videos, do visit Lawrence Lee's website, Gasping Gurami. Okay, he has a lot of good videos there about wheel servicing, which you can take a look. Okay, so thank you guys for your time. Okay, so this is the end of the wheel drag part 1. Okay, so I'm going to have probably going to have a part 2. Okay, so part 2 is going to be also another comparison of two 10 kg drag reels. Okay, the first one, of course, will come back to the 4005 Freams J 10 kg drag reel versus, I don't have a Saltiga, but this time around I'm probably going to use a Daiwa Seagate 4005. Okay, as you can see, both are rated at 10 kgs. Yeah, 10 kg reel, 10 kg reel. But you look at it, this drag size is puny. This drag size is huge. This is at least double the size. Alright, this is called stock brakes. This is called Brembo brakes in car terms. Alright, so I'm going to do a comparison between the both and explain about the drag curves, you know, and things like that in my next video. So if you like what I've just shared, please hit the subscribe button at, I think, this corner or this corner. Okay, and you'll be updated on the next video that comes along. Thank you so much. See you guys.